Saturday, 17th November. I just got back from shopping, and before that went to visit with my mom. I walked 3 miles outside in the 33-degree weather. And now I'm home to crash before I have to go to church. Not before I have to, before I get to go to church. Get to my mom's, and she's wearing her slippers with some green socks. And I asked what that was all about, and she said, all my socks and underwear are gone. Sure enough, I go in her room, and other than 2 pairs of socks and 2 pairs of underwear that were in her laundry basket, everything's gone. All her underwear and socks. And I looked in her closet, and 2 pairs of pants that I had just bought recently in the last couple months, 2 pairs of pants are missing. I put her name or initials on every single stitch of her clothing. So I am livid. I mean livid. There's no stores near where she lives, so I couldn't run out to the store and come back. I told the aide, you better wash those underwear and socks tonight and get looking. Now, the aides that work over the weekend are not the regular aides, but I don't care. I am livid. I did go to the store on my way home and buy her new underwear and socks, and I will put her name on all of those, but they still better find all her underwear and socks. I am livid. I know when they do the laundry, they should do everybody's laundry individually, but they don't. They throw in a bunch of people's laundry into I don't know, I'm sure they're big machines, and apparently these people can't read to separate the clothing because, again, in fabric marker, black marker, her initials or her full name is on every stitch of her clothing. Slept okay last night, but it doesn't matter. Never changes the way I feel. But I will say I'm clearly better than I was a year ago. That's all I know, is that I am better than a year ago, but still so far from being right. So I just want to pop in and let you know what I did on a Saturday. Bye. It's Monday the 19th of November. Quick update. I had my 2 grandsons, 2 of them, the 7-year-old and the 4-year-old, here all day yesterday for about 6.5 hours. We did 2 three craft projects. We cooked together. We made cheesy omelets together. We played board games. We watched a movie. My husband said, wow, you must be doing pretty good. And I said, do I look good? Look at this. Does this look good? No, I'm just doing it. I just did it. I have a doctor's appointment for my yearly physical today. And as God is my witness, I pray to God she finds something horribly wrong with me and says you have 6 weeks to live. Is that awful? Yes, but that's how I feel. My blood sugar consistently 120, fasting in the morning, so they're probably gonna, I don't know what they're gonna do. They're gonna have to do another A1C, and I'll probably end up on insulin because everyone in my house, my family's diabetic. My blood pressure's up. It's been consistently up. It's not horribly high, but it's high enough that people would go on medicine for it. My body is breaking down. And this head, so when I got to my daughter's last night to drop the kids off, I had episode so severe of off balanced. I felt like I was going to tip right back over. I was like just steadying myself and holding myself as tight as I could because I felt like I was just going to go right back over. By the time I got out in my car, cried all the way home. All the way home, driving home, because it was so traumatic. It was very severe. And all I did was walk in and start talking to them. And my whole brain just shifted. That's my life. That's my life. Hi. I just want to come on and discuss the head symptom one more time because it's very severe. And I even went on Facebook, one of the support groups, and just reached out and said that if anyone has really severe neurological symptoms with their Lyme, please reach out to me because I'm feeling like I can't do much more. I can't. I took a 3-mile walk. I just got back and it was torture. Because inside my brain it's doing this. It's doing this. I feel like I'm just a kaleidoscope constantly in my brain. And a friend of mine and I were talking earlier about years from now, and I said, I'll never make it to 80. And if I was to live another 10 years, I'll end up in a mental institution. Seriously, I'm not kidding. Because I won't be able to, I can't keep battling this demon inside my brain. It's starting to affect the way sorry, wrong word. It's becoming more of an issue of what is going on inside my thought process. Because, excuse me, because your mind just starts to go in all sorts of So I'm having a very hard day, but I have been having hard days lately again. And I just push through. I pushed through yesterday with my grandsons. I just pushed through. Does not mean I'm feeling even relatively okay. Because I'm not. And I'm not going to discuss it with my GP today at my physical because there's nothing she can do. And she's heard it a billion times. She's heard it for years now. My head is dizzy. I'm off balanced. I feel very lightheaded. She's heard it and heard it and heard it. And there's nothing she can do. So I'm not going to even... When you're on Medicare, when you go in for your physical, it's mandated that they do this psych, or depression, I should say, a depression scale. It's maybe like 10 questions. Answer 1 to 10, 1 being never and 10 being every single minute of my life. And last year, for the first time, I chose to answer it absolutely honest. Do I think about suicide? Yes. How often? Daily. Do you want to die? Yes. How often? Daily. I mean, I answered the questions really raw. I might have said this on a past vlog, so forgive me if you're hearing this for an umpteenth time, but if you're not, hear it now, because I'll be doing it again today. So when the nurse came in to take it, she glanced down. I said, listen, her name's Kim. I said, Kim, I answered it honestly, but I'm not going to kill myself. Okay? And she's like, okay. And she hands it off to my doctor, who, as I've told you in the past, we've known each other for years, and we also used to go to church together until I changed churches, but lymph nodes are swollen. She came in and said, if my colleagues saw this, they'd say, why are you not medicating this patient? This patient clearly needs medication. And she said, but because I know you. And I said, yeah, I'm not going to kill myself. Do I want to? Absolutely. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't want to be here. But I don't have a choice. So today I'll be answering it again, because it's my physical. Nothing's changed. Feel exactly the same way I did last year at this time. The only blazing difference may be that I will probably drive myself. Last year, my husband was taking me everywhere. He was doing all the driving. That is the only difference. I will more than likely be able to take myself and then come home and crash. Nothing else for me to do. God bless. Hi. Tuesday, November 20th. Doctor's appointment yesterday. Blood pressure 150 over 100. And it stayed there. She checked it a couple times. So I am to take my blood pressure twice a day until Monday morning and then report back to her. And this morning it was 116 over 74. But that means nothing, because she said if you're having several episodes of that being at that high, that's not okay. If it happens once in like 3 days, that's different. But if it's happening like, several times. Checking my A1C for diabetes because of my blood sugars being so high in the morning. Talk to me about meeting up with a psychiatrist to have a consultation, just one consultation in regards to medications. She said clearly talk therapy is not what you need or want. It's not that. Being chronically ill and causes you to be anxious and depressed. But maybe she said, they know more about the medications, and I'm not going to worry about that until after the holidays because, I'm sure she doesn't take my insurance, and so it would come out of pocket. But she talked to me several things, like in regards to the chronic EBV, she agrees with that. Because she was not the one who had those labs done, and she had not seen that. When I told her that it was on the patient portal and to check it out and what the number was, she agreed that if my titers were 750, that I was very, very ill, extremely ill. And she said, and the thing is, when you're someone like you who is so ill, when you get something new, you don't even notice it because I'm more sick or I'm having a different thing. And she goes, most people would have just, again, gotten into bed and stayed in bed for a couple weeks or a week or two or whatever. And she goes, but you didn't, because you don't even notice that you've gotten even worse because Some days are bad, some days aren't. She said, looking at me, she hadn't seen me in almost a year. And she said, looking at me, I looked better. She said, your countenance looks better. Looking at you, you look better. And I said, well, I'm trying to come to grips that God's not going to do anything about this. He's going to leave me this way, at least for now. And I've got to live. So I drove here. Last year I couldn't have drove here. My husband drove me here last year. So I'm driving. I'm shopping. I'm taking my grandkids more often. I'm doing things. Am I feeling good while I'm doing it? No. No. But I'm doing it. After the appointment, driving home, my head was really, really bad, and it stayed bad. It was scary bad. Very light head, I'm going to have a stroke, I'm going to go into a seizure, that kind of head. Been having that a lot this last week. More so than, it goes like this. I'll go for a while with it not being this severe, but it's been severe for at least a week now. And last night it was very severe. Today it's been off and on. Certain movements, I just feel like, whoa, I can't move too fast. Although I did move the furniture around in here. Turn the couch all the way around, and it's a sectional. Goes all the way here. And moved that all around, cleaned up behind the couch where it had been sitting for the last year and a half. Cleaned everything, wiped the walls down, moved it all around, vacuumed. Yeah. And Lord willing, after my husband gets home, I offered to go over to my daughter's to help her with the kids later this afternoon, early evening. Her husband's not going to be home. He's got a meeting or something to go to. And he wasn't home last evening either. And when she's home, she gets home from work and she's home with the 4 kids, trying to get dinner, baths, get them in bed. I don't know. I don't even know how she could even do it. So when she said something about him not being home tonight again. And I said, well, would you want me to come over and give you a hand? And she goes, oh my God, Mom, would you? That would be great. Oh my God, that would be so great. Because she won't ask. She won't ask me because she knows I feel like crap, but I'll do what I can do. I don't know what to do about the head thing. It's just not going to go away. It's just not going to go away. So, Thanksgiving is upon us in another 2 days. We've gone back and forth about what we were going to do. My daughter can't be here because of her asthma. She can come during the summer and spring and even fall, but once everything's closed up, she can't be in this house for an hour or more. Hour and a half and she's done. She starts wheezing and has to get out. So we thought, okay, then you're going to make the turkey. We already bought it, but you pick it up, you make it. She's 28. She can make a turkey. She's never made a turkey in her life. I was cooking turkeys at 20. Things are different. But my husband said, no, we're not leaving her with the turkey. We're making the turkey, we're making the stuffing, we're making the gravy, and we'll bring it to her house. Great. That's a lot of work. And I have to go and get my mother. Drive across town, pick up my mother, bring her, and then drive across town and bring her back. plan was to go over to Tierney's. She's having a big Friendsgiving on Friday. So she can't do Thanksgiving too. She's having 2 families over to her house. It's called Friendsgiving on Friday. So she wanted all of us to come over after dinner for dessert. And it's my son's birthday on Friday. So I was going to make a cake and celebrate his birthday and do desserts and play games, board games. We might hold off and do that on Saturday, because after dinner and everything at my other daughter's, and then having to drive my mother all the way home, I may not be up to doing anything but coming home and crashing again. I don't think I can then go to my other daughter's and do all that. I don't know, though. So that's my update. High blood pressure. We'll see what my labs say. When they come back, I should get the lab results by tomorrow. They usually come back pretty quickly. And if not tomorrow, by Friday. No, the office is closed on Friday. So not till next Monday, but not expecting anything. I'm sure my cholesterol is very high, but guess what? Would never go on any statins. Newest research is proving that cholesterol is not the leading cause of heart disease. Sugar, diabetes, sugar. Get your sugar under control and you're better. So we'll see where my sugar's at. I was already told I was pre-diabetic, and that they were going to hold off on putting me on oral meds because they were hoping that I would, quote, start exercising. This doctor didn't know I had been exercising. I said, I already exercise every day. Does 3 miles a day constitute as exercise? And she goes, oh my gosh, yes. And I go, well, I walk 3 miles a day, either on the treadmill or outside. She goes, okay, well, scratch that, but then maybe, cut down on sugars and sweets. And I go, I eat none. None. Vegetables and fruit. That's it. I eat no cookies, cakes, pies, candy. None. But I'm predisposed for diabetes. My mother, both my brothers, and my sister. I'm the only one. So, anyway, I'm going to cut you off here because I've got a couple other clips that I have to put together, and it's going to take 3 hours to download because something has gone awry with my Android Video Pro. It used to download within like a half an hour, and now it's taking hours. And I, like I said, can't figure out what's wrong. So, God bless. Take care. Praying for every one of you by name. Praying for you. And see you on the flip side.